How long have you been promising yourself later? How many times have you looked at your life and said, one day I'll do it, but that day never came? Let me tell you something, someday is a lie. It's a silent thief. It sounds harmless, but it's dangerous. Every time you say someday, you hand over the steering wheel of your life to fear, comfort, or distraction. You give your power away, and for what? Another day of the same? Another week of delay? You think you're playing it safe by waiting, but what you're really doing is slowly trading your dreams for doubt. Delay is the slow death of purpose, the job you didn't apply for, the idea you never built, the health you didn't fight for, the boundaries you never set, the people you never became because you thought you had more time. That's the cost of someday. And it's already weighed away. Some of you are bleeding potential. You're showing up for everyone else while starving your own future. You keep pushing your passion to the back burner while keeping everyone else warm. But here's the truth, no one is coming to save you. You're gonna have to choose yourself. Today, not next month, not when it feels right, not when the stars align. Now, the clock is not waiting for you. Life is not waiting for you. You're healing your growth, your greatness, it all starts with a decision. So let me ask you again, how long have you been promising yourself later? And how much more are you willing to lose before you realize someday is costing you everything? You want to know why most people never change? Because comfort lies. It tells you you're okay when you're not. It whispers, at least you're not as bad off as them, and convinces you that just getting by is good enough. But here's the problem, comfort keeps you stuck. It doesn't care about your potential. It only cares about your present feeling. Some people mistake movement for progress. They stay busy, but they're not going anywhere. They run in circles, always tired, never changed. They think effort equals growth, but they're not growing. They're surviving on autopilot, stuck in a routine that doesn't stretch them, challenge them, or build them. Running in circles still gets you nowhere. Don't confuse exhaustion with elevation. You're not stuck, you're scared, scared to fail, scared to succeed, scared to outgrow people you love. But fear is not your enemy, staying frozen is. They fear that's frozen, you can be the fire that frees you if you let it. Most people never change because they keep telling the same story. This is just who I am. I've always been like this, but that's not your truth. That's your trauma talking. That's your past holding the mic. Here's the good news, you still can change. You're not broken. You're not too late. You're not too far gone. You just need to interrupt the pattern. You need to stop dancing with your comfort zone and start confronting it. Growth hurts, but staying stuck hurts worse. This is your moment to stop lying to yourself and start choosing yourself. Because while most people never change, you still can. But only if you want it bad enough to do something about it. You don't need a miracle. You need momentum. Real change isn't some big explosion. It doesn't show up with fireworks and grand speeches. It shows up in the quiet when you choose differently for 30 days, when you break one habit, build one new pattern. Say no to one thing that's been draining you. Say yes to one thing that grows you. Don't let the size of the goal scare you. You don't have to climb the whole mountain a day. Just take one step. A 30-day shift is all it takes to prove to yourself that you're not as stuck as you thought. You're just undisciplined, and discipline can be trained. Start with something small but real. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Cut out one toxic habit. Move your body every day. Speak truth over yourself every morning. One change, one habit, one win. Watch how it stacks. Watch how it wakes something up inside you. Change doesn't arrive in thunder, it whispers through daily repetition. In 30 days, that's enough to shake you out of survival mode and get your power back. You want a breakthrough. Show up for 30 days. Watch your life respond. This is not a drill. This is not a test. This is war. For the next 30 days, you're stepping into a battle and the enemy isn't out there. It's inside you. The lazy version of you. The scared version of you. The one who always quits when things get hard. That version is still breathing, still waiting, still fighting for control. And if you don't dominate, it will dominate you. This isn't about improving your life a little. It's about killing the version of you that's been killing your dreams. This is trench warfare between your potential and your patterns. Your future is being held hostage by your past, and if you don't fight, you'll stay a prisoner forever. Let me ask you something, are you fighting back? We're folding again. You say you want change? Then prepare for war. Because comfort is the enemy's weapon. Doubt is their strategy. Delay is their knife in your back. Get up, show up, lock in. This is survival now. No second chances. No more waiting until you feel ready. You either rise or you stay where you've always been. And if that version of you wins again, you already know the outcome. Same life, same pain, same regrets. You want different, then you've got to fight different. This isn't just 30 days. This is war. And it starts now. The most dangerous enemy you'll ever face isn't a person. It's not your boss, it's not your ex, it's not even the people who betrayed you. It's the version of you that knows exactly how to make you quit. Your worst enemy, where's your face? It knows your insecurities, your triggers, your patterns. It knows just how to whisper the perfect lie that keeps you from trying again. And the worst part, you trained it. You built it through years of survival. Now you've got to untrain it if you ever want to thrive. This isn't some outside force coming to break you, it's the voice inside your own head. The one that says you can't. You always fail. Why even try? It's a mirror match. And the lazy version of you hits hard if you're not prepared. So ask yourself, why haven't you disarmed your own traps? You know what sets you off. You know what makes you spiral. So why are you still stepping into the same cycle with your eyes wide open? You want freedom. Then you've got to outfight the version of you that's scared of it. Excuses feel safe, don't they? Give you something to hide behind. They let you off the hook. But make no mistake, every excuse you make is a weapon used against your future. Excuses are slow bleed wounds. You don't see the damage until it's too late. Until you've lost the time, the chances, the people, and the version of you that could have made it. You didn't run out of time. You gave it away. Every time you said, I'll do it later, you handed your power to fear. Every time you blamed your situation, your past, or your pain, you stayed stuck. And now look, the life you say you want, it's still waiting, but it won't wait forever. No more delays, no more lies, no more hiding. This is the moment where you rip the mask off and see it for what it is. Every excuse is a brick in the wall that's keeping you from the life you were meant to live. So tear it down. Piece by piece, day by day, you've got a future to protect, and excuses are the poison that kills it. You want to change your life? Then you need to train like it's life or death. Because every habit you build is either an ally or an assassin. It's either fighting for you or turning on you the second you get weak. Your habits aren't just routines. They're soldiers, trained to follow orders, but if you don't lead them with purpose, they'll follow whatever emotion shows up. Every scroll is a sniper bullet to your focus. Every skip rep is surrender. Every time you sleep in, numb out, or drift off, you're handing the battlefield to the old you. You've got to take command. Like a general, inspect every habit. Is it loyal? Or is it betraying you? If it's not pushing you forward, it's holding you back. There's no neutral. There's no maybe. There's win or lose. Train them, test them, trust them, or replace them. This is a war zone. There's no room for softness. Build the habits that win the fight, because the old you is still training too. And if your habits don't fight harder than your history, you already know how this ends. Win the first 3 days, or the next 27 will bury you. This is the breaking point for most people. They get excited on day 1. They push a little on day 2, but by day 3, they fold. They slow down, they slip back into old patterns, and the war is over before it even started. That won't be you. Push, push, push until the push becomes your pace. Day 1 is your launch. It sets the tone. Don't tiptoe into a charge. Day 2 is your test. The soreness sets in. The doubt creeps back. But if you hold the line, you start to build strength. Day 3 is your breakthrough. The pain starts to turn into pride. You feel the shift. This is where most people quit. This is where you rise. You're storming the beach, and hesitation is death. You don't get to wait until it's easy. You make it easier by choosing to fight early and hard. Own these first 3 days like your life depends on it, because it does. Momentum doesn't show up. You build it. So go build it. Now, wake up, because today is your day. Today marks the moment you stop stumbling through life and start commanding your steps. Too many of us wake up without purpose, reacting to the chaos of the world instead of setting the tone for our own lives. We scroll mindlessly, answering to every alert, and before we know it, the day owns us. But not anymore. You are here because you want more. You want control. You want to live with intention, and today, we're going to make that happen. You are not here by accident. You are here because you are ready for the shift. A shift that begins the moment you open your eyes. Every day is a new beginning. Every morning is a chance to start fresh. But if you don't claim it, the world will take it from you. You will continue reacting instead of creating. No more waiting. Today you take control. Today you live with purpose. Let me tell you something, your morning mindset is the ignition switch for your entire day. If you wake up and just go with the flow, you've already lost. The world is going to throw distractions at you. People will try to steal your time, your energy, your focus, but if you start your day by setting an intention, you've already won. You've already declared that today is yours, and nothing is going to steal it. Here's how we do this on your morning. Command your day. First, take a moment before you even get out of bed. Breathe. Set your intention. Speak a power declaration over your life. It could be something simple. Today, I'll make progress. Today, I will stay focused. Today, I will take one step closer to the person I am becoming. Then, pick one mission for the day, one thing that will move you forward. Don't let the chaos of the world dictate your pace. You are in control. Let me remind you, morning chaos equals life chaos. If you don't set the tone, the world will. So get up with purpose. Don't let life happen to you, make it happen. Own your morning. Command your day, move. Just move. The human body is not meant to be still. It's meant to move, to push, to fight. But too often we live in stillness. We sit, we scroll, we stagnate. And that stillness doesn't just freeze your body, it freezes your mind. It paralyzes your spirit. You see, movement isn't just about fitness, it's about energy. It's about fueling your body and mind with the power to move through your day with purpose. When you stop moving, you stop growing. You stop living. But when you move and you get your body into action, everything shifts. Your mind shifts, your spirit shifts, you become unstoppable. This is not about aesthetics. Forget the fitness magazines and Instagram influencers. This is about power. Every time you move, you activate something within you. You wake up your spirit. You set the pace for your life. So stop sitting around waiting for motivation. Move, walk, stretch, jump rope, dance. Do something that forces your body to act. You are not a bystander in your own life. You are the force. Stillness breeds stagnation. Motion creates momentum. Move your body, move your mind, move your life. Your energy is earned, not inherited. So get up, start moving, and don't stop. What you eat matters. It's not just about what tastes good. It's about fueling your body for the battle ahead. Every bite you take, you taste it, or poisons you. Every meal is either a blessing or a betrayal. You have to treat your body like it's a weapon, because it is. And if you're not fueling it properly, you're sabotaging yourself. You're dishonoring the greatness within you. Here's the reality, food is fuel. What you put into your body shows up in how you show up in life. If you're feeding yourself junk, your energy will crash. Your mind will fall. Your focus will scatter. You will feel sluggish, defeated, and weak. But when you fuel your body with respect, when you choose whole foods, hydration, high protein meals, you honor your calling. You honor your mission. And you set yourself up for success. So ask yourself, are you treating your body like a temple or like a trash can? What you eat matters. Respect yourself at the table. Fuel yourself like someone who is destined for greatness. Eat like you're going to war, because that's exactly what life is. Fuel is focus. Fuel is fire. Fuel is future. Don't waste it. There's one habit in your life, just one, that's holding you back. That one habit you keep ignoring. That one thing that keeps tripping you up, stealing your time, draining your energy. And until you address it, you will never break free. Let me be clear, you don't need 20 habits to change your life. You don't need a dozen life hacks. You just need one. One habit that's been quietly destroying your potential. One habit that's running your life without your permission. It's time to cut it. And not gently, not with hesitation. You have to go to war with it. The first step is simple, name it. What's the habit that's holding you back? Is it procrastination? Negative self-talk? Overindulgence? Name it. Then replace it. Don't negotiate with it. Don't try to tame it. Kill it. Replace it with something that serves you. And once you do, starve it. Don't give it any more room to breathe. Your freedom is trapped behind that one habit. Fight for it. Victory over this one poison will unlock everything else. Your life will change. And it starts with that one decision. Your words matter. Every single one of them. Your voice is a weapon. And like any weapon, it can either build or destroy. You can speak life into your future, or you can curse your own name with negativity. But the choice is yours. We don't realize how much our words shape our reality. What you say to yourself, the way you speak about yourself, becomes your self-image. What you speak to others about yourself, about life, about the world, that either lifts you or drags you down. Gossip, negativity, self-doubt, these are the weapons that poison your life. But you have the power to choose differently. Start replacing those toxic words. Stop speaking defeat. Stop speaking lack. Speak life. Speak like someone who is becoming everything they were meant to be. Speak with power. Speak with purpose. Your words build your world. Don't waste them. Life and death are in the power of your mouth. Choose life. Now, let's pull all of this together. You've got 5 pillars, 5 tools to shift your life in the next 30 days. Own your morning, move with fire, eat with honor, cut the poison, speak with power. If you commit to these 5, your old self won't recognize the new one. It's not about perfection. It's about repetition. You don't need to get everything right. You just need to keep doing it day after day until it becomes who you are. This isn't just about what you do. This is about who you're becoming. So let's recap it one more time. Wake up on purpose. Move with energy. Fuel yourself like you respect yourself. Cut that toxic habit out of your life. Speak life into your own heart and the world around you. Do this for 30 days and watch how you transform. Your future self is waiting for you. Don't keep them waiting any longer. When you start evolving, don't be surprised when your past starts knocking like it forgot you locked the door. The comfort zone doesn't like being left behind. It'll whisper, just one more cheat day. You're doing too much. You've changed. Yes, you've changed. That was the goal. Growth burns bridges to your old prison. The version of you that's settled, doubted, and delayed is now losing access to your mind, and it won't go quietly. Some people will try to drag you back. Not because they're evil, because your progress exposes their pause. Your new standards make them question their old habits. Your discipline makes your excuses uncomfortable. And instead of rising, they might mock. Let them. Because the same people who joke about your change will be the first ones asking for help when the breakthrough hits. And they will need you. But by then, you'll be too far to fit back in the box you broke out of. Let your old life miss you. That version of you had its season. That season is over. Not everyone can walk with the upgraded you. And that's okay. The moment you stop being average, people get uncomfortable. You'll notice distance. You'll hear silence. You'll feel tension in rooms that used to feel like home. Don't chase what's fallen off. That's not loss, that's alignment. You're not losing friends. You're shedding weight, spiritual weight. Emotional dead weight, energetic liabilities. If they can't clap for your growth, they were never rooting for you. Because real support doesn't shrink when you expand. This journey will demand solitude. There will be days when the only person clapping is you. Clap anyway, that sound. That's the sound of personal power getting louder. And the ones that truly see you. The ones who rise when you rise, that's your tribe. That's your real circle. That's God showing you who belongs in your next chapter. Your loss is actually leverage. Your isolation is actually initiation. And your power is emotion. Let's talk about day 17. It's not always day 1 that breaks you. It's day 17. When the hype wears off. When the soreness sets in. When the scale won't move, the results aren't visible. And the grind feels heavier than your goal. This is the wall. The slump. The stretch that separates dreamers from finishers. And this is where most people quit, not because they can't win, but because they expected it to feel good all the way through. It won't. Winning feels like waking up tired but still showing up. Doing the reps even when no one's watching. Holding your standard when temptation hits harder than motivation. That moment you want to give up. That's the moment to go harder, because right behind that wall is the proof. The shift. The breakthrough. Repeat this until it's in your bones. One more rep, one more step. One more day. That's how champions are built, not in comfort, but in the chaos they learn to conquer. Pain doesn't mean stop. Resistance doesn't mean retreat. It means your old self is dying and your new self is fighting to be born. Hold the line, tighten the grip, win the slump and the rest gets easier. Don't be surprised when progress feels like loss. Don't panic when growth feels like grief. You're not losing yourself, you're shedding the parts that were never meant to stay. This is what winning really looks like, letting go of who you were. Outgrowing who they expected you to be. Choosing purpose over approval. Vision over validation and legacy over comfort. You're not broken, you're breaking through. Now, confidence doesn't come from claps, it comes from character. You remember when you couldn't look at yourself in the mirror without questioning your worth, right? The whispers of self-doubt that lived inside your mind like unwanted tenants, always making you second guess your every move. But guess what? You kept showing up day after day, no matter how hard it got. You showed up because you promised yourself you would. And you're finally seeing what that kind of commitment can do. So what happens when you finally keep a promise to yourself? You start to feel it physically, mentally, emotionally. The change is so subtle at first that you barely notice it, but then one day you realize you don't just walk into a room anymore, you own it. Your posture shifts. The air around you feels different. You don't need external validation because your internal self-respect is untouchable. You've earned this confidence. It wasn't handed to you. It wasn't gifted in a moment of applause. It was built in the trenches of everyday discipline. You've turned self-doubt into undeniable self-assurance, and that's the kind of confidence that never wavers. You thought your mind was broken, didn't you? Overthinking every decision, spiraling into confusion, and feeling like clarity was always just out of reach. You assumed your thoughts were the problem. But here's the real truth. Your mind was starving. It wasn't messy, it just lacked discipline. Discipline is the broom that sweeps out mental fog. Once you started showing up consistently, once you gave your mind the structure it craved, everything shifted. Suddenly the clutter disappeared. The noise faded. You found peace in the rhythm action, and clarity began to emerge. What if your mind was never broken just under feed? When you feed your mind with purpose-driven action, the chaos dissolves. You stop asking, what if? And start saying, watch me. You've learned that when your body moves with intention, your mind follows. And now your focus is unshakable, and doubt doesn't even have a seat at the table anymore. Here's the truth they don't tell you. Change isn't about the habits you pick up, it's about the identity you're creating. You've been told that habits form you, but it's the other way around. Your identity shapes your habits. You're not just turning a page in your life's book, you're becoming the author. Every time you chose to show up, you rewrote of who you thought you were. You didn't just improve your routines, you evolved your very being. The old version of you is a distant memory. You've shed the skin of someone who was uncertain, hesitant, and afraid of change. If you can change your choices, why can't you change your identity? You've already done it. The person you are today is someone your old self wouldn't even recognize. And that's the beauty of real transformation. You're not just better, you're different. You're someone stronger, braver, and unstoppable. Here's the thing, the world doesn't respond to effort, it responds to energy. The moment you aligned your internal world, your external world started shifting. Opportunities you once had to chase now seem to find you. People who ignored your potential are now showing respect. Your energy is now a magnet for what once ignored you. Respect doesn't just arrive, it's drawn to who you've become. It's no coincidence that people are starting to take notice. You've tapped into a different frequency, and now everything you touch feels different. Doors that were once closed begin to open, not because of your hustle, but because of the power you carry. What happens when you walk, talk, and vibe say, I'm not who I used to be? You start attracting what you've been waiting for. You stop chasing approval, and you start embodying success. It's not about what you do, it's about who you are becoming. And the world is watching, waiting to respond to the new you. Once you taste power built in silence, chaos no longer tempts you. You've crossed the threshold, and going back isn't an option. The version of you that lived in mediocrity, doubt, and fear has been left behind. Now you operate on a new level, a new baseline that feels like freedom. Honor the new version. Don't betray it. This new standard is non-negotiable. You've paid the price for this growth. There's no turning back. This is who you are now, unstoppable, unshakable, and unwavering. And from this point forward, you only move forward. You weren't waiting on a breakthrough, you were the breakthrough. When you began this journey, you may have thought the transformation would be external new habits, a new routine. But the real shift, the profound change, was never about what was happening around you. It was always about what was awakening within you. You didn't find strength, you uncovered it. You didn't build confidence, you revealed it. The person you've always been, the power you've always carried was buried beneath layers of doubt, fear, and uncertainty. But those 30 days didn't just change your actions, they awakened your true self. From self-doubt to self-trust, from hesitation to boldness, you've come to realize that the only thing in your way was the belief that you were limited. Now, you know the truth, you've always had the power. What else have you been waiting for when you've had the power all along? The shift you've experienced isn't just a phase, it's your birthright finally emerging. Now that you've unlocked it, nothing can hold you back. This is who you were always meant to be. This is no longer about a challenge, it's about who you're becoming every day. The 30-day mark is not the finish line, it's the first chapter of a lifetime transformation. What you've achieved in such a short time is incredible, but now it's time to turn momentum into a way of life. Those small wins showing up every day, breaking through your doubts, are the building blocks of your new identity. Don't let the old you negotiate with the new you. The work you've done has built a foundation, but now you must live on it. You're not stepping off a treadmill, you're building a road, a new path paved with consistency, discipline, and intention. Embrace this new rhythm as a permanent part of who you are. It's not a fleeting phase, it's the birth of your lifestyle. This new way of thinking, this new standard is now woven into your daily existence. You're no longer just someone working toward change, you are someone living it every single day. Every month is a new mountain. But you're climbing stronger, higher, wiser. Transformation doesn't stop after 30 days. In fact, this is just the beginning. Think of your growth as cyclical every month, every cycle, an opportunity to climb higher, dig deeper, and expand further. The first 30 days laid the foundation, but now it's time to keep climbing. True transformation isn't about reaching one peak and staying there. It's about constantly elevating yourself. Can you commit not just to change, but to elevation? The work you've done is a powerful launch pad, but the journey doesn't end here. You don't repeat the past, you repeat your progress. Every cycle is a chance to refine, to grow, to break new boundaries. As you continue, you'll find that the obstacles you once faced will feel like stepping stones, each one pushing you higher. And with each cycle, you'll get stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable. You're not just a survivor, you're a builder now. The moment you decided to take control of your life, you took the pen from fate's hands and began writing your own story. No longer are you waiting for life to happen to you, you are creating it with every choice, every action, every moment. You don't wait on fate, you create what comes next. The decisions you've made in the last 30 days weren't just about what you've already accomplished, they were about what you're going to do next. Your future is no longer a matter of chance. It's a matter of intention. You were waiting on a rescue, but God handed you the pen. Now it's in your hands. The future you once feared is now the future you're actively shaping. You've been waiting long enough to hurt, long enough to shrink, long enough to survive. It's time to live. You keep telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow, next week will be better, I just need the right time. Let me crush that myth for you right now, the right time will never come. If you've learned anything, you've learned this: the clock doesn't wait for clarity. It moves for calling. You said next week for the last 6 months. And what has happened? Nothing. Every time you've waited for perfect timing, you've pushed your destiny further away. So let me ask you something: if not now, when? If not you, who? You're not waiting on circumstances to align. You're waiting on you to take control. The universe doesn't owe you the perfect moment. It only owes you the courage to take the first step. Stop checking the weather, you are the storm. You are the force that will change everything. This is it. The decision has to come now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. It's time to face the truth. You've broken promises to yourself. You've let yourself down. But let's be clear about one thing you owe yourself, one kept promise. You've watched others rise while you stayed stuck in the cycle of restart after restart. But this time it's your rise. You owe it to yourself to make that promise now and keep it. Simple 30 days, that's all. One promise, one decision, one breakthrough. You don't need anyone else to believe in you. You don't need permission from the world. You need a decision. You need to show up for you. Look, you've let fear, doubt, and hesitation steal your time. You've played it safe, hoping things would change on their own. But nothing changes until you do. This time you're not proving anything to anyone else, you're proving it to you. This is your moment to rise, to be the person you've always known you could be. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. Imagine this 30 days from now, you look in the mirror and see someone stronger, clearer, unrecognizable from the person you are today. You've built yourself into the person you've always been destined to become. This isn't a fairy tale. This is your future waiting for you to step into it. Right now, you're standing at the edge of the greatest transformation of your life. Every excuse you used to obey, you're walking past it. And you're never looking back. In 30 days, you'll be the proof that discipline rewrites destiny. Let this be the day that everything changes. Let this be your before everything changed moment. This is more than a challenge. This is the rebirth of your identity. The breakthrough you've been waiting for isn't some far off event. It's already inside you, ready to be unleashed. Don't scroll away. Don't save this for later. Start. This is the day. This is the decision. This is the difference. Give God 30 days. Give yourself 30 days. Then look in the mirror and try to say nothing changed.